This new moon, it feels like an invitation. It's not a demand, it's not a checklist, it's not a fix your life by January 1st moment. It's a genuine invitation. The new moon in Sagittarius is happening on Friday, January 19th. Will renew itself at 7:43 p.m. here in Central Time. And this one's happening at 28 degrees of Sagittarius. And energetically, this one feels like a lot. But it feels like we're standing on the edge of something that is wide open. And a Sagittarius new moon wouldn't feel like anything less. It's not the end, but it's not quite the beginning either. It's that moment where you pause. You can do this too. You should do this. Wait, I'll never tell you anything that you should do. Scratch that. If you want to, I invite you to. This moment to pause and to look back. And then you look forward and you're like, oh, wait, I've come a really, really long way. I've been through a lot. Wow. But I don't see what's next yet. I just know I've come a long way. Where am I going? And this final new moon of 2025, you guys, is the final new moon of 2025. How did that happen? How did that happen? It's the final new moon of the calendar year, and I love that distinction because that means we're only halfway through the astrological year. Ha! Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that take some of that pressure off? That we don't have to be finished. We don't have to be buttoned up. We don't have to have it all figured out yet. And what we do need to do, though, is just check in. This is a check-in. And it's not for asking, okay, what did I accomplish then? It's more of a check-in of what frequency am I living in right now? Because Sagittarius doesn't care about your little to-do lists, your nice, neat to-do lists. Sag doesn't care about that. The only thing Sag cares about is truth and alignment, audacity. Whether you are living honestly, and most honestly, are you living honestly with yourself? That's most important. Are you running on a hamster wheel that's not even yours? Well, I mean, wait a minute. Actually, why would you be running on someone else's hamster wheel? I don't know. But okay, just anyway, as we end December, as we close out, many of us have set goals getting to where we're at, hoping to be, that we would be somewhere at this point, hoping they would land by now. And some of them, they probably did, absolutely did. And some of them didn't. You guys, this was a really, really, really hard year. It was. You're not making it up. You can go anywhere on Instagram right now. You can look at any astrologer's page and they are going to tell you what a screaming dumpster fire this year was. If you go back to my January episode, I also said this. But this is that time where we don't have to be buttoned up completely. It's a new moon for us to say that, no, we didn't fail. There is no failure right now. It is more about giving us this space to say, okay, what do I need to adjust right now? What wants to be recalibrated? What part of me do I recognize is ready to fall away, to leave here at this checkpoint? after all that I've been through and this version that I have become, is this the version of me that I want to carry into 2026? Or do I still have some work to do? Because you get to check in, you get to choose, you get to get off of that someone else's hamster wheel. It's your choice. But what version of you is ready to walk forward? And I love thinking about intention setting at this time frame, not so much as what I want to do. What did I accomplish? What tangible thing did I need to have right now? It's more about how I want to feel. It's more about what frequency do I want to be living in as I move into 2026. Okay, because everything is energy, everything is frequency. At the end of the day, that's all this is. It's not a to-do list, it's not a physical manifestation, it is truly a frequency, it's a feeling. And so we get to do all of those tangible things. And if you love that, don't worry. Don't worry, because on Sunday, Capricorn season starts. We get the winter solstice, and Capricorn loves those things. Capricorn is going to help you build. Capricorn is going to bring in all of its Saturn glory, and it loves a plan, and it loves ambition, and loves structure, and loves those tangible results. But first, we have to get through Sagittarius, and that's very, very important, and it's very intentional, because Sagittarius asks the most important question is this true for you? Does this light you up? Does this expand you? Are you on someone else's hamster wheel? Sorry, this is getting a little out of control. My Sagittarius is definitely coming out, but this is winter. It's winter. We're not leaping out of the starting gates right now. We're not ready to go yet. This is that internal building stage. It is almost the darkest night of the year. We're still inner focused, so that when we get to the spring and we have that faith that all the work that we're doing, that everything behind the scenes, the universe, all the things that we can't see, is all coming together, so that when we do get to the new year in Aries season, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. And so this is why this moon right now is not so much about your goals. It is more about embodiment. It's more about what is happening on the inside, and there's so much astrologically happening right now. So if you're feeling it, I got you. Let's talk about it. There is a lot building up to this new moon. The sun and the moon and Venus, they're all together in Sagittarius right now. They're having a big old Sagittarius party. They're holding hands, they're dreaming big, they are getting a little wild, they're asking for more expansion, and it feels good. It feels so good. But the question that they're being asked comes from this square over in Pisces from Saturn and Neptune, who are at their final degrees of Pisces. They will never be in this sign again as long as you or I are alive. They are at that final critical degrees. And so over the next few months between now and January, February, they're going to throw every single thing that they have at us that says, yeah, this tension, it's really important right now, because yeah, I want you to dream. Definitely need you to dream. But do not escape right now. Do not quit. Do not go back. Believe. Believe in what you're doing so much that you're ready to build it. And Mars has just entered Capricorn now. And so Mars is the planet of action and doing. And so Mars in Capricorn says, yes, let's get to work. I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to take all of that Sagittarius inspiration and big thinking and freaking do something with it. And so this whole end of the year time frame, it's not about fantasy visioning. It's about integrity based imagining, integrity based dreaming. And so this is that moment where the universe is literally saying, if you truly believe in this, prove it. Freaking prove it. Prove it with devotion. Prove it with commitment. I don't need you to hustle more. I don't need you to burn yourself out, but I need your commitment and I need to feel it. I want to feel how much you believe in this. And so this sky is asking for you to turn your faith into a form. You are that form. You are that vessel. To anchor our dreams into our bodies, into our nervous system, into our daily choices. And the reason for that, this time of year, the Sagittarius season, this dreaming period, it's to reiterate that the dreams that you have were not given to you by accident. You know this. That they were given to you because you can hold it. That you promised that you would be the vessel. And now it wants to be held. It wants to become physical. It wants to be emotionally and energetically in this life. And you are that vessel, but you have to be that frequency match to bring it in. And Sagittarius, this is Sagittarius's medicine in that belief and meaning and devotion, all of that arrow pulled back and aimed at what matters most to you, your truth, your authenticity. How audacious are you going to be about it? That's the energy behind Sagittarius. And I need to say this out loud because I need to also say this out loud for me. I need to say this out loud for me because every single thing lately in my life that I have been receiving from conversations, from people coming into my life, people leaving my life, from visions and messages and downloads, everything from the collective is echoing this same thing. It's if you believe it, you become it. You become it, it becomes real. And this is the world that I am living in right now. I choose that world. I choose to live in that world. And Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius, so the ruler of this new moon, is loving this right now. It's loving this. It's harmonizing with Saturn and Neptune over there with their square. And it's bringing Venus into the conversation. And it's bringing the sun into the conversation. This is, and the moon for that matter, of course. And so this is heart, it's soul, it's desire, it's belief, it's big, it's discipline, and it's all speaking the same language. And it's all saying, this is not passive energy. This is about action and movement and trust. Because guess what? You don't really see what's ahead, do you? You don't really know. You can't see it. I should say you know it. You do know it. But you can't see it. And this is where that belief and that trust and that faith and that audacity comes in, that the universe will meet you there. It will absolutely meet you there, but you have to move. You have to move. It's uncomfortable. You got to keep moving. Get off that wheel. Get off that hamster wheel. And I want to share this on a personal note too, because I am on this journey and this adventure in a bigger way than I have ever been in my entire life, that I've ever been before when it comes to taking action. This is my manifesting generator era. This is my Sagittarius era. Okay? Like I am taking action on my visions. And it's not so much all the physical things. There are physical things that I'm definitely doing, but all the work that I'm really doing, all of the energy and effort that is putting in is coming from putting action behind my visions. It's coming from doing subconscious rewiring. It is the way that I am devoted to journaling every damn day intentionally and working on hypnosis and my belief systems and saying yes, but getting that out of the way once I do. Because it's not my job to be the project manager, and that's really hard for me. I was a project manager actually for many years. um, it's not my job to be the project manager. And this is so different from me, from who I have been, is that I'm the illustrator of the vision, but I'm not the project manager. And what's really interesting, and I'm going to weave this into this little story. If you know my story about the North Star, I've told this on this podcast a couple of times, I think, but years ago, my whole shift into this new world that I am living now all started under a sound bath, under a full moon. It was actually a Taurus full moon, but it all happened by this practitioner, and her name's Sam. And she has been like a muse, like a mentor for me ever since. And I know she's going to weave her way back into this somehow too. But it was under that full moon, under that sound bath, where I was like, well, okay, I got to change my entire life, every single thing about my life. And so I started Ashley Bella Astrology. And I was at a new business brand retreat, and I was building out my brand. And I didn't know this, but Sam was coming to this retreat to do a sound bath. And she actually channeled a message during that session, and it was just for me. And I remember she looked at me and she said, Ashley, never let go of your North Star. And that is always sticking with me. It has been a catalyst. It was literally the release of that arrow and me like chasing after that, because I moved from Arizona to northern Minnesota, to the north. It has weaved its way into a lot of things. Being in this north, I know this is actually exactly where my magic is meant to be. I knew that this was where I was going to find my true self. And lo and behold, now I am literally working in a physical space called Divine North. There's some other things happening too that I'm visioning that are behind the scenes, not quite ready to share in a big way yet, but the North Star is a very big part of something that's coming. And so these things are not they're not coincidences. They are what is happening when you this is what happens when you start really embodying. This is what happens when belief meets embodiment. Literally, I am this vessel. And there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on right now, and I can't not wait to show you how I did all this. I cannot wait to share with you what this took and what I did behind the scenes and what the universe did behind the scenes. I have so much going on. Like I said, I am manifester generating the shit out of my life right now. I've got Ashley Bella Astrology. I've got yoga teacher training, which is halfway done, which means I'm going to be teaching yoga here in a couple months. I am well on the path of my sommelier studies, taking my test to become that sommelier that I know I want to be. Astrology and wine. This is my baby. This is my passion, and it is big. And this is where I know this is my thing, and I know it. And how could I do astrology and wine if I wasn't actually pouring my own wine? So that's something in the mix here. Sound healing, frequency. I've talked about I'm marrying astrology and frequency together because everything is frequency, but these collaborations that I'm doing with sound healing and these sound baths, it's just growing, and it is such a beautiful evolution that I am so honored to be able to share. And upcoming these group offerings, these women's circles and new moon and full moon ceremonies that are going to be happening, this community connection that I get to facilitate and be part of. I just had a meeting today on this. I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but I just had this meeting today on a clothing line capsule that I want to launch. And so it's a lot. There's so much going on. I ask me how I'm handling it. I'm not. I'm not handling it. but I am at the same time. I am trusting. This is my I don't know how, but I will era. So glad this is my Sagittarius era. So glad I'm a manifestor and generator, and this is my mode, and I can just go with this. I mean, if you want to just check in and ask me how I'm doing, and just say, hey, do you remember to eat today? did you do you need to sleep? um, but everything that I'm doing is so aligned. That's really where I wanted to get to, weaving all that together. I am seeing the proof. I'm seeing the universe arranging the things before I can touch them. And so, new moon here, I have to pause. Because in the beginning, when I said, hey, look back, like looking back, like, wow, if you would have asked me in January what I was going to do this year, I mean, majority of the things on that list were not even in my vision field. Like, this is crazy. I'm going to look back at this one day. I know I'm going to look back at this, but this is really, for me, this reminder to pause and just say thank you. It's crazy and painful, and it's still going, that this year has been. It's also birthed some amazing things. My true self, in a way that I've never met myself in this way before. And I really like her. I really, really like her. Um, and so I know that I'm just going to keep walking this frequency. And that frequency is that I already have it. And I love it. And so this new moon, needless saying all of that, I had to say that out loud because it's so potent. And it's going to feel potent for you too, especially if you have planets that are in mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. I mean, even if you have any placements or early degrees of Aries and of Cancer and Libra and Capricorn, the cardinal signs, so pretty much all of us, just throw that out there, you may feel like something is shifting, that something is falling away, but it's not falling away, it's falling into place. And it may be asking you to begin something in a different way, something maybe you didn't expect, or maybe you've just gotten to this point where you're ready to make that choice, to go your own direction, to chase your own horizon, to check out of that matrix, to get off that hamster wheel. Truly, this moon is for all of us. It's a reset, it's a recalibration, and it's a chance to aim your arrow. But the key thing is, once you release that arrow, you release control. That's when the universe steps in. That's when you trust, you have the faith, the belief that the universe will handle the rest. And it's that living that frequency of already having it. And so ask yourself, what if you were not afraid of failing or of succeeding? If there was no judgment, would you be living the life that you're living right now? What's your truth? And do you have the audacity to live your truth? If the answer to those things was no, I'm not. This is not the frequency of me. I know my own frequency, and this isn't it. This is your moon. This is your new moon. This is your time to choose. You get to choose. You get to recalibrate. You get to aim your arrow wherever you freaking want to. And Sagittarius says, do it boldly. Do it boldly. Do it authentically. This is where the truth becomes lived. And as this new moon, as the moon disappears, plant these seeds of intention, because as she slowly returns to the light, as we round the corner around the winter solstice, movement will follow, action will rise, movement or momentum will increase and build. And so let this be the moon where you really stop apologizing, that you give yourself the permission, that audacity to go after what you want, to stop playing small, stop pretending that you don't know what you want. That might be confronting. The days moving up to a new moon, we're often shown a lot of the things that we don't want so that we can get to that realization of, I'm just pretending that I want this. This is not what I want. And I love a Sagittarius new moon because Sagittarius is about expansion. And that's what this whole season is about. But under a new moon, it's about expansion that begins on the inside, where it really matters, and then it echoes outward. And so if you want support navigating any of this is such an amazing time for an astrology reading, because your chart holds that frequency that you naturally embody, and it holds that evidence that maybe you just need that reassurance, even though once you hear it and you get it, you're already going to know. I never tell you anything that you don't already know. I always say it's just about holding up that mirror that reflects the greatness that already lives within you. But let's look at it together. Book a session with me virtually or in person. And let's get you all aligned to move into 2026 and finish out this astrological year. It's only halfway through. You get to choose how you want to finish the year. So I just want to leave you with that, and stay tuned. This new adventure that I'm on, there's a lot of moving things, a lot of moving parts, and I will continue to evolve and grow, and that's so exciting. I love doing these podcast episodes because I love to share what and reflect what I'm going through, and hoping that this lands with you too. I don't have to hope, because in the astrological world, you can't make this shit up. But I just like to say that. But I just want to thank you for being part of this adventure with me, and I am excited for where this new chapter is going. It's definitely more community based and being more ritualistic, and all of the sound healing and the events and astrology and wine and all of these things, this vision that is becoming so much more clear. I can't wait to share that with you and expand into that in 2026. But we're going to talk more about that in Capricorn season on the next episode. So we're going to wrap this one up. So thank you all so much for being on this adventure. I am wishing you an amazing, audacious new moon in Sagittarius. From my heart to yours. See you on the next episode.